At first, the Jeremy Monga pursuit looked like the kind of move Manchester United were trying to make quietly. No drama, no auction, no summer circus. Just a smart club trying to reach a special player before the noise arrived. But then the noise arrived fast. Arsenal did not just enter the conversation. They came in aggressively. Reports now suggest they have pushed so hard that they are being talked about as the leaders in the race. A full-on hijack nobody saw coming. And just like that, the whole story changed. Leicester suddenly had more power. Arsenal had momentum. And to make things worse for United, Newcastle and Manchester City are still watching closely. So now, the new INEOS strategy is being tested, and Manchester United's new Wonderkid strategy is no longer operating in the shadows. It is now under attack, because finding a player early is one thing. Winning him when Arsenal arrive with their own pathway, their own project, and their own pitch is something completely different. That is why Jeremy Monga matters. Not because he is the only Wonderkid in England, but because he is exactly the type of player this new United strategy is supposed to win. And if Arsenal steal him now, it will not just feel like losing a talented winger. It will feel like the first real crack in the plan. This is the twist in the Jeremy Monga story. At first, it looked like Leicester were exposed, a relegated club, a 16-year-old winger, Premier League giants circling, and everyone thinking, this could be a cheap raid. But Leicester had already moved. They protected themselves. Monga was not just floating around waiting to be picked off for basic academy compensation. Leicester had tied him to a scholarship agreement that is understood to roll into a professional contract when he turns 17. And that changes the whole power dynamic, because now, if United want him, they cannot just walk through the side door. They have to deal with Leicester properly. That is why the price conversation has changed. It is not just training compensation anymore. It is Leicester saying, we know exactly what we have. And that is where this becomes dangerous for United, because the cheap version of the deal may be gone. Arsenal are pushing. City and Newcastle are watching. Leicester are standing stronger than people expected. And suddenly, this is not a quiet Wonderkid heist anymore. It is a proper recruitment fight. And this is where the story turns. Because Arsenal are not just another club in the Jeremy Monga race. They are the club Manchester United have already hurt. Chido Obi left Arsenal for United. Aiden Heaven rejected Arsenal for United. Two highly rated young players, two academy blows. Two moments where United looked at one of the best youth systems in England and still managed to convince the player that Old Trafford was the better move. So when Arsenal suddenly push hard for Jeremy Monga, this does not feel random. It feels like a response. Almost like Arsenal are saying, not again, not this time. Because if United win Jeremy Monga too, the pattern becomes embarrassing. First Chido, then Heaven, then another elite teenager choosing United, while Arsenal are still trying to protect their own pathway reputation. That is why this race has a different emotion now. It is not just United versus Arsenal for a talented winger. It is pride. It is reputation. It is two clubs trying to prove they are the better home for the next generation. And Arsenal do have a serious pitch. They can sell stability. They can sell London. They can sell Arteta. They can sell a team that already looks more settled than United. So United cannot just rely on history here. They need proof. They need a stronger pathway. They need to show Monga that this is not just a big move. It is the right move. Because Arsenal are no longer just watching United's Wonderkid plan from the outside. They are attacking it. And if reports are right that Arsenal are now pushing ahead in the race, then this becomes the first major moment where United's new strategy is under real pressure. Chido Obi was the raid. Aiden Heaven was the proof. Jeremy Monga is becoming the revenge battle. But this is where United still have a serious argument. Because Arsenal may have momentum. They may have made the race emotional. They may be trying to turn this into a revenge move. But United have something Arsenal cannot easily brush aside. Proof, not theory. Not a presentation. Not a polished pitch about the future. Actual proof. Aiden Heaven is the name that changes this conversation. Because when United sit down with Jeremy Monga's people, they do not have to speak in vague promises. They can point to a player who left Arsenal, came to Manchester United, and was treated like someone who mattered. That is powerful. Because families of elite teenagers are not just asking, which club is biggest? They are asking, which club will actually take my development seriously? And this is where United's pitch becomes dangerous. They can say, look at Chido Obi. They can say, look at Aiden Heaven. They can say, this is not an empty pathway. This is already happening. That matters because young players hear promises all the time. Every club tells them they are special. Every club tells them there is a plan. Every club tells them they will get opportunities if they work hard. But the difference is evidence. And right now, United's best evidence is that they have already convinced elite Arsenal prospects to make the same kind of decision. That does not guarantee Monga chooses United, but it gives United a real counterpunch. Because Arsenal can say, "Come here, we have stability." United can say, "Come here, we have space." Arsenal can say, "Come here, we have a project." United can say, "Come here, we have already shown this route works." And for a player like Jeremy Monga, that could be the difference. Because his next move cannot just look good on paper. It has to feel believable. It has to feel like the right step. And if United are serious, this is the argument they have to win. Not the money argument, not the badge argument, the pathway argument. Because if Jeremy Monga believes the fastest route to becoming a first-team player is at Old Trafford, Arsenal's Hijack suddenly becomes a lot less comfortable. And this is where the battle gets interesting. Because Arsenal may be leading the race, they may have momentum. They may be trying to turn this into a revenge move after losing Chido Obi and Aiden Heaven to United. But the real question is this: who actually needs Jeremy Monga more? Because need matters. At Arsenal, Monga would be joining a club that already has a settled attacking structure. Bukayo Saka owns the right side. Gabriel Martinelli is still there. Leandro Trossard is still there. Ethan Nwaneri is fighting for minutes. So Arsenal can sell the project. They can sell stability. They can sell a calm environment. But can they sell a clear opening? That is where United's argument becomes dangerous. Because at Old Trafford, Monga is not just another exciting teenager. He fits a real problem. United need natural width. They need a left-sided attacker who can beat a defender. They need someone who can carry the ball, stretch the pitch, and stop the attack becoming too narrow. And that is where the Patrick Dorgu situation matters. Dorgu has the engine. He has the physical power. He can give you that outlet on the left. But he is not a pure winger. He is not the long-term answer if United want a natural wide attacker who lives for 1v1s. If your left side depends on a wing-back or full-back doing winger work every week, that tells you something about the squad. It tells you there is a gap, and Monga fits that gap. That is the pitch United have to make. Not, "Come here because we are Manchester United," but "Come here because your profile actually makes sense here." Young players do not just choose badges. They choose routes. They choose where the minutes might come. They choose where the pathway feels believable. And if Monga's camp are looking at this properly, United can make a serious argument. Arsenal may want him. United may need him. And in a race for a 16-year-old trying to choose the right next step, that difference could matter more than people think. And that is why United cannot let this become another one that got away. Because this is not just about Jeremy Monga's talent. It is about what this race says about the new Manchester United. INEOS are trying to build a different kind of recruitment machine. Earlier, sharper, more aggressive, less emotional, less reactive. But that only matters if United can close the deals that fit the plan. Because spotting Jeremy Monga is not enough. Everyone can see the talent now. Leicester know his value. Arsenal are pushing hard. City and Newcastle are watching. So the question is no longer, have United found a special player? The question is, can United win him when the room gets crowded? That is the part this club has struggled with before. Not always identifying talent, but turning interest into action. Turning scouting into commitment. Turning a smart idea into a signed player. And with Monga, the stakes feel bigger because Arsenal are involved. If United lose him to another club, it hurts. But if they lose him to Arsenal, after taking Chido Obi and Aiden Heaven, the story writes itself. Arsenal got their revenge. United's Wonderkid plan hit resistance. The first real public battle exposed the weakness. That is why United have to move like they mean it. Not reckless, not desperate, but decisive. Because if Monga is really the kind of player they believe he can become, this is the moment where the plan has to prove it has power. Chido was the raid, Heaven was the proof, but Monga is the battle. And battles are not won by interest, they are won by conviction. So this is where the Monga story really stands. Leicester have made the cheap route harder. Arsenal are trying to turn this into a hijack. And United have to prove they can do more than spot the opportunity. They have to win it. Because this is no longer about who noticed Jeremy Monga first. It is about who makes the strongest case now, who shows the clearest pathway, who moves with conviction, and who makes the player believe their club is the best place for the next step. That is the pressure on United. They found the opening, but Arsenal have forced the fight. And if INEOS want this new recruitment strategy to feel real, this is exactly the kind of race they have to close.